and this is another creepy aspect of AI that was exposed fairly recently. Some accounts got suspended because they realized that the CCP was using ChatGPT to run these kind of bot farms. So you have this thing, and you could tell it how to behave, and I want you to pretend that you are an unhinged leftist that wants to kill all white men, and then get in there and argue. And then and then the right-wing people are like, oh my God, these fucking leftists want us dead!
Right.
And
Strap up!
And then you have like this Charlie Kirk incident, and then everybody starts to really believe it now. Like, yeah, they want us dead. And then you see the response. And you go, oh, my God, people are going along with it. Like, people are losing their morals and their ethics, and they're cheering that someone got murdered on television because they're all ramped up with this social media bullshit. And a lot of it is being amplified by people that aren't even real people. And a lot of it is just getting everybody in this fucking fever pitch of culture war.
Right.
And that's why you're seeing these young kids cheering. Did you see that TMZ clip?
Well, I've seen a bunch of these different clips of people like going off.
Did you see the
it.
TMZ thing where they find out that the moment they
you hear
find
people
out,
cheering in the room.
You hear people cheering.
I did see that. Yeah.
The moment they find out Charlie Kirk is
They're
dead,
clapping,
cheering.
He's dead, and they're clapping.
But this is not just one person. There was a guy who was at the scene. At the scene, they got. I mean, they have. Look, I just want to say, I'm not pro doxing people. I'm not pro any of this, but this is just what's going to happen. You know, you cheer when a guy gets shot, and you can see the guy who got shot. You're in the general vicinity of this guy, so a bullet whizzed over your head, shot that guy in the neck, and now you're cheering. Good luck finding a job.
Yeah.
Right? And this is the reality that we're living in, right? So, but why is a person reacting like that? People wouldn't have reacted like that 20 years ago, man. It's not a normal thing for a 20-year-old kid to do who's in the audience of some college thing where, you know, change my mind or whatever he says, whatever his slogan is. But that was what Steven Crowder would say, right? Change my mind.
Yeah, I don't know what his was. I think
something similar. But the point is, it's like this is the weird shit that happens on social media where people behave in this insane and vicious way that you would never experience like this commonly in real life. And it's more ubiquitous online than anywhere else in most polite social circles. But all the same people that are in these polite social circles with you they're feeling vindicated and saying the most evil shit. Fuck Charlie Kirk. Rest in piss. I saw this lady who was a NASDAQ lady. She worked at NASDAQ, and she was at a conference. And she's like, we're pausing the conference to say, fuck Charlie Kirk. Like this well-dressed lady with a very high-profile job. And then it said, rest in piss. Like, oh, my God. Like, what is that? Yeah. Well, that's social media infecting your mind and getting you to do things and say things in a way that no one would have done 20, 30 years ago. No one.
No way.
No way. And so this is like all boiling up with this Charlie Kirk thing and this Jimmy Kimmel thing. The Jimmy Kimmel thing is, unfortunately, I think what he was trying to do was just set up a joke. He was trying to knock on the MAGA people, but also set up a joke, which was good. It was very funny. Like where he showed the president's response to Charlie Kirk.
Yeah,
like,
the new ballroom they're building.
And he said like the fourth stage of grief is construction.
It's a fantastic joke.
He also said that's not how a grown adult reacts to the death of his friend. It's like a 4-year-old mourns the loss of a goldfish.
Yeah,
very funny.
It's a great joke. He was trying to set it up.
Yeah, but he set it up in a way that like, okay, you're saying something that's actually factually inaccurate according to the narrative. Now let's be real clear. I don't necessarily think they know what's going on yet. There's a lot of weird shit going on with this.
I know.
First of all, there was that one guy who was the decoy. All right, so you got this guy who's an older guy who starts yelling out. Didn't he take his pants down? He took his pants down. This guy was at 9/11. He was at the Boston bombings.
All the hits.
He called in a fake bomb at another place. And then he did this at this thing. Right after, so somehow or another, this guy has the state of mind that the moment someone gets shot, he yells out and says, I did it, and takes his pants down or something like that. I don't know exactly what he did. Then, ready for this? He gets arrested for child porn right away.
Right after this happened?
Oh, right away. He's in jail for child porn. Why is that? Well, now you can't interview him.
Right.
Right? And because when the internet people start going, how are you at all these different things? Like, what are the odds? Like, if someone ran it through one of the ChatGPT fucking perplexity things, like, what are the odds that this guy would be at all those different events and be involved? Like, 0.
This is the guy?
Yeah.
I just like that the pants down part is just insane to me. It's like, why is your dick out, dude?
I did it. Listen, I'm not saying this guy isn't insane. He's clearly insane. Or not. Or he's professionally insane.
Right.
That's where it gets squirrely.
I almost texted you when the Charlie Kirk thing happened because my antennas went up about, they showed the photo of that kid, or the guy that they have, the 22-year-old, whatever. And I was almost going to be like, dude, do you think he's got the capability to do that?
Yeah, well, listen, there are people that look like that have the capability to do that.
Pretty accurate.
Nope.
No?
Not hard. Not hard at all. Let me dispel that. Okay. 200 yards from a prone position with a dead-on rifle. So if you have a dead-on rifle, so you set this rifle, you set your 0 to 200 yards, right? You know how far you're going to shoot. It is not hard at all.
He shot a lot?
You don't have to shoot a lot. So I could do it tomorrow.
If you're no, but you are experienced. If it's someone that's never shot, could they do it?
100%. Not
Really?
if they've never shot. They wouldn't know where to look. They'd have a hard time acquiring the like when you look through a scope. Like when the reticle is weird, like sometimes
takes a minute.
You got to know the distance that you have to be from it to really line it up in your sights. But you could get a guy like my friend Andy Stumpf, who was a sniper in the SEALs. You could get him, and he could show you how to do it in an afternoon, and then you could hit steel at 200 yards every time you pull the trigger.
One day you could learn that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Not that hard.
Because it feels insane to me. I'm like, that seems tough.
It seems tough. We still haven't figured out whether or not the gun that shot Trump had a sight on it, because we weren't sure if it had a sight on it or if this guy was using iron sights. That was 140 yards. If you shot it with iron sights, that's a lot harder, because iron sights is you're lining up. So you have these two things in the back and there's one thing at the front of the barrel, and you got to line those bitches up perfectly, and that's how you stay accurate. That is a lot harder to do.
It's like old shotguns have those, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Pistols.
Yeah,
but
pistols
you buy a
got them.
Glock, that's what it comes with.
Right.
But this kid had a rifle with a scope.